Still with us, trial attorney Nicole Brenecki. Nicole, thanks so much for sticking around with us on this Friday. They are going to take a break there in Dedham. So it's a good chance to talk about what we have seen so far with this cross-examination. Give me your take.
She definitely has something that a lot of jurors can see as selective memory, because on some items, she says that she will never forget them. She has a vivid recollection. But there are other items where when her inconsistencies are being pointed out, she says that she does not have a clear recollection. She does not remember. One time when she was attacked, she said that I was in shock about everything that happened that day, and she tried to justify her own inconsistencies this way, which I think is very interesting, given that her testimony, her credibility have already been undermined to a great extent by the change in key facts in her testimony from the previous trial, also these inconsistencies from this trial. But personally, for myself, imagining if I were on that jury, I would be questioning she's clearly very involved in all of that. She was very invested in all of that. These are not teenagers. These are women in their 40s, but she's, has the time to drive back and forth and be involved in all of this. A lot of us just have time for nothing in our lives, given how much we work. And she had the time, and she was involved, and there were text messages and Google searches and everything. It's all very, very questionable. And as I touched upon previously, once all this testimony is out there, it needs to be summarized in a proper way by both sides. But overall, I don't think this is a great witness.
Nicole, it is just interesting, whatever side you fall on, Jen wants to sit up there and say that there are some things she never forgets, but yet that whole situation with did you hit him or did she hit him, it's like she didn't say that to the grand jury. Alan Jackson has picked up on that. So in a way, I wish she wouldn't even be saying there's some things I wouldn't forget, but yet she did forget something very important.
And that exactly is why a witness can be deemed not credible, and that is why it's just not good for her and for her testimony here. A lot of inconsistencies, a lot of changes from the prior trial and also within this particular trial. So, they have to be careful in how they utilize this testimony. I think it's definitely in Karen Read's favor, but at the end of the day, we also need to remember that Karen Read has big problems with the evidence that is out there against her as well. So at the end of the day, obviously it's the merits of the evidence itself, but what the attorneys will choose to emphasize at the end of this process, I think, may sway the jury one way or another. This is a retrial, and I think if they have a problem reaching a verdict once again, probably taxpayers' money should not be wasted on another one. But we will see what happens.
Gosh, I can't even imagine and think that far ahead, Nicole, to think that if we have another situation like we had last time, that the Commonwealth would end up trying her again. They could. I mean, what would you think of that?
They can. As I said, it's their prerogative to do so, but you have the public opinion, and the court of public opinion usually also is an important factor in making those decisions. Taxpayers don't want to see their money wasted, and you have two bites at the apple already at this point. A third one would be pretty controversial. I think it would exhaust everyone. It would muddy the waters as well. Right now, as we can see, both the attorneys definitely are improving upon what they did in the previous trials, but we don't know what they would do on a third one.
Nicole, thank you. Coming up, the cross-examination of Jen McCabe continues. We'll be back.